Denver. That is the San Antonio 5. And Denver with Boykins manning the point. Buckner is in there with Person, Nene, and Marcus Camby is back in the game. Nene, who scored once tonight and does it again.
But he's been a nice pickup for the team.
He's been fantastic. I tell you, since the playoffs have started, his game has gone to another level. He's really helping this team move forward.
Doug Collins says hello and enjoy the game.
What's up, Doug? How you doing?
Kevin?
Well, I said hello, too.
He doesn't know you, Kevin. I told you that. That's class personified right there, David Robinson.
Buckingham to play in this third. Great pass inside. Nene.
Into here. This has been a defensive job by the Spurs. They've taken the Nuggets out of everything they want to do in the last 10 minutes of this game.
And it's not to say that Duncan isn't indispensable because he's vital for this team's success, but the balance, as you just said, has been crucial. With a nice play inside, Anthony off balance, puts it in. He's got a...
You and I will be there Thursday night for Game 6, Kevin. These are the Spurs keys tonight. Transition defense, you can see what they've done under George Karl in this series. Only 11 points a game. Bench production has been huge for the Spurs. And Duncan and Parker really struggled in Game 3. I expect them to be terrific tonight.
Marcus Camby left open again.
Spot here to try to win this game at home and even this series at 2-2.
Denver is shooting 45%. Martin is 4 of 7. Johnson is 2 of 4. Carmelo is 4 of 11. Camby is now 5 of 11.
We saw Yao Ming mit some big ones, Tracy McGrady, and it spelled their doom, and that's why Dallas is leading 3-2 right now.
Duncan came into this series, into this game, 7 of 13 shooting free throws. Kenyon Martin. And Martin now with 12 points.
Kevin, also look here early for Carmelo Anthony. Play a little more screen and roll basketball. They want to give him some more opportunities out on the floor. We'll see if we see it here early.
And here is DeMar Johnson against Brent Barry with a nice dive inside, and quickly Denver's advantage is going to be. So I'm guessing that every day that goes by, every day he gets better.
As long as he doesn't twist that ankle again, he's going to get better and better as the series goes on. That's why I thought it was so important for Denver to come out for the game tonight and try to win here to maybe get a 2-0 lead.
Nene inside to Camby, who was fouled. The interesting thing about Denver, DeMar Johnson and Carmelo Anthony. Wide open Anthony. I don't know if someone just forgot their assignment or what.
Leg, trying to get that back now. He said it's getting closer, but this will give him a chance to see where he is and if Pop can trust him, I think, when they go to Denver.
Buckner squeezes the trigger and hits. And a good night tomorrow night. Spurs have hit their last 7 shots. Denver will inbound.
Udrich in the game for Parker. Parker has 2 fouls, and Greg Popovich does not want him to get him third going into halftime.
Which is 7 seconds. Game clock and shot clock on Trey Miller.
Wow.
How good is he?
He's broken a lot of coaches' hearts.
Earl Boykins is in. Wesley Person has come in for Denver as well. That's Boykins to Camby. In the first round.
Pressure's on San Antonio. Big 12 minutes. See, they're 34-1 at home. They lead after 3. Denver's in a great position to steal this game and take home court advantage. Put San Antonio behind the 8 ball real quickly to start this 7-game series.
Nuggets are the 7th seed. They've got Person putting up a 3 to begin things, and he puts it.
You see one of the Spurs fans agonizing over this 1-point lead.
20 lead changes. 15 times. Spurs have led by 9. Nuggets have led by 2.
You got to find a way for Carmelo Anthony to get a shot.
Andre Miller leading all scorers with 26.
He's your best player. He's got to touch the ball.
Boykins. Oh, and a big shot by Earl Boykins inside, and Buckner claims it.
Oh, he walked. Ooh, man, he got away with one there. Buckner started to pass it, and Ginobili got in the passing lane. He took an extra step. You don't want to foul right now if you're Ginobili.
Miller, Camby, a big basket, and this gives Denver.
Teaching point for George at halftime. We were talking during the break. I mean, to be a fly in that locker room at halftime. he'll get some points across about how to play. An integral piece of this Denver Nugget puzzle. And really, the loss has to go in. And we're watching Voshon Leonard play. I'm not sure that he's ready to play in the playoffs or not, but now with Naharad going down, can you afford to put someone on the list, a bigger body on the list, to keep Voshon Leonard?
Carmelo Anthony, he's fouled.
Men, but Steve Nash will guard DeMar Johnson, and Andre Miller will guard Quentin Richardson.
Nene is playing tonight for the Denver Nuggets on that toss by referee Tim Donaghy. Marcus Camby going on the injured list for the final 2 games of the regular season. We'll get into that story in just a second as they double team Andre Miller inside. And he finds Kenyon Martin.
Well, you see what they did in his effect on the game, what he means to this team. Field goal percentage, assists, just his presence out on the floor makes everybody that much better.
Nice play across the
5.5 points a game against Memphis. They average 110, so they never allowed Phoenix to get into the running game. So we'll see come playoff time if they can get the tempo in their favor. So you give them a fighter's chance.
Zed Naharad. That'll trickle in. Francisco Elson has come in for Denver. Carmelo Anthony has been brought back in the game with 2:37 to play. Boykins is at the point. Greg Buckner is in there, and Leonard remains on the floor. That's the Denver 5. Paul Shirley has come in. Here is
Never. I'm guessing maybe like a spearmint cert type breath mint. But I mean, with Coach, you never know. I mean, we used to be a nice lob. We used to be over here last year during games.
Second half starting lineup for George Karl, the Denver Nuggets. Nuggets come in with a 10-game winning streak already without Marcus Camby because of a pulled hamstring, and now they start the second half without an injured Kenyon Martin. So shorthanded and having fallen behind, Nene playing with 3 fouls with the left hand, and Brady continues to hold his head over there in his lap. Boykins score it and 1.
That's one thing he can do. He's been a shooter his entire career. Big scorer at TCU, picked up as a free agent this year, and he is the Hornets' leading scorer. Run just like that. First time was Camby, that time Carmelo not stepping out on that screen. George Karl had an interesting point in his conference today. Someone asked him about playing the Hornets, and he said, we're going to try to cover the pick and roll like we're playing Steve Nash and the Suns tonight. Not that concerned about, as Kenyon Martin actually home, we're not rubbing it as he goes down the floor. He took a spill in the paint. 51-39 with 4:50 to go in the quarter. Nuggets with a comfortable lead. They'd like to blow them out here if they could. Brian Russell. Brian Russell continues, and he hits it. Carmelo's starting to take some pride in his defense. And the look on his face when nailed that jump shot with a little bit of frustration. Starting third quarter. Carmelo Anthony. Congratulations, Kiki Vandeweghe. Really turned that around when he got here. And Mr. Kroenke won that also. A lot of people up top. Naharad, Francisco Elson, reverse, coming underneath, nice shot. You see that?
Lightly, NBA Player of the Week in the Western Conference, back-to-back weeks. It's only been done by Drexler, Jordan, David Robinson, Karl Malone, Iverson, Duncan, and Garnett. That's it in the history of the league.
That's big company.
26 years of that award.
And when you're thinking about all the talent, Phoenix and San Antonio. Strange.
Andre Miller, Naharad, Camby, Carmelo, and DeMar Johnson. Anders Pietrusson, Murphy, Richardson, Petrus, and Baron Davis. Andre Miller down the lane.
How many seconds in the lane? How many seconds in the lane?
Than likely the San Antonio Spurs. If they move up to number 6, they could get the Dallas Mavericks. The Western seed's not nearly decided yet.
Well, they've split with the Spurs so far this year, 2-2.
Ryan Russell 3. tonight, 11 of 29.
See if they can get another stop.
Lamar Johnson ends the Warrior run.
Well, this young man took over a team that was 20-20, by the way, when he came over the middle of the season, 91-92, and they went 27-15 the rest of the way and took him to the Western Conference semis.
Now Herod setting up Carmelo Anthony, who'll go to the line again.
Picked up by the Knicks and released. And entered the 04-05 campaign, having played in 171 games with the Hawks and the Knicks. Here's a follow-away, determined drive.
And that's what you want to see Flip Murray do. Put the ball on the floor and explode to the basket and try to get some easy shots.
Boykins rubs out Murray on a screen.
That into this team because over the last 7 games, the Nuggets have led at halftime 59-48 over their opponents.
Here's a lob to the cup.
I like that.
Well, if you shoot 50% or less, it is definitely a foul shot. Murray hits the second free throw, and the Sonics are within 13 with 1:53 left. Need to stop. Kenyon Martin.
In 32 minutes when Bzdelik was here, he was still averaging 20 points, but shooting 39%, taking 17 or 18 shots a game.
Denver sets up with Miller out high. Carmelo coming off the screen, picked up by Collison. The fire from the elbow on Miller. Beautiful. The Sonics start this fourth quarter with Cleaves and Allen, Potapinko, Collison, and Murray. Denver will have Anthony out there coming up in the Ney screen. Anthony off the pick, galloping down the right side, laying it up and in. Sonic turnovers is not bad at all when you consider what Denver's done defensively to clubs here at the Pepsi Center. I mean, they have put the clamps down, and 45% shooting is well above average. Denver holding opponents to 39% in the previous 15 home games. Camby feeds on the post, and a nice power move inside. Away. They trail Denver 114-100. Camby with the ball between the rings. Camby holding. Be interesting to hear what George Karl has to say following tonight's game. He cannot be happy with the defensive effort at Denver tonight. Boykins swings it to Person outside to Boykins, over to Camby, into the lane to the glass, shovels up a shot, missed it.
Carmelo Anthony, Trenton Cannon, Marcus Camby away with the board. It's a Nugget team that has scored over 113 of the last 16 games. The point guard, Andre.
Man, 7-1, the things he can do.
You do have to remind yourself how tall he is on a regular basis.
I mean, it's absurd.
DeMar Johnson, a nice step. So DeMar Johnson involved with guys with experience, and obviously Sidney, former head coach, experience. He could have done a lot of different things. He was the one to take some responsibility, and that was a true sign to the players of how he thought they were talked about in the studio. But just to reemphasize, with the Memphis win, if Minnesota doesn't win this game, they are 4 behind the 8th spot in the loss column with 6 to go. And that is about done. And that is impressive to start. On Garnett, here is Kmart once again, slapped the ball and knocked it away.
Well, Kevin Garnett loves to go to, look at it.
Oh, Andre Miller is from Cassell, 4-point game. Here come the Timberwolves in a must-win. 7 games left in the season, 3 down in the loss column, trying to stay that way. Hoiberg overplayed it. Forced the offense around high with 10 to shoot. Boykins, quick take. Oh, he used the window for a...
I mean, that shot, I'm sure he's going to make 8 out of 10 times. Nobody even jumped with him. Now you run the shot clock down, 1-4. See if Andre Miller can beat Sprewer off the dribble. If somebody has to come help, that's who gets the ball.
Martin comes for the screen. Miller keeps the dribble alive and knocks it down again!
Jamal McClure complaining about the number of shots he's gotten. Well, you miss them like that, you shouldn't take them.
Carmelo Anthony double. They can double off Miller because they don't think he'll take that long outside shot. Miller with the reverse. And